Were you investigating if there was another
White chocolate
layer
yes.
of? I think this could be white.
Marcella put a chocolate box in front of us.
Yes.
And I was indeed on the lookout for another white chocolate.
Which is brilliant. That's why we're such great friends. Because I don't like white chocolate.
And I
And
do,
you do.
actually. But the previous one that I just had, which was white, wasn't really like white.
There's another layer.
Wow, did you already sing today?
No.
It was a good note.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is that what chocolate does to you? Because
It's
what it
what-
does to me is more like...
No, this is what discovering another layer of chocolate in the box does to me.
Wow.
It's a great comeback.
Yeah.
No, it's not. That makes no sense. But then I'm going to have another one as well. Hold on.
Me too. Oh.
We can edit this. We'll make it less boring.
We don't need to edit this.
No? Cheers.
No, we just need a chocolate sponsor.
Ooh. A chocolate sponsor. No, please, no.
Oh, this one's really good. I don't know what it is, but it's creamy. I don't know, but it's definitely not hazelnut because I hate that
You do?
in sweet things. Yeah,
You don't like Nutella?
up to that I learned to eat because old roommate of mine refused to buy another chocolate
Chocolate spread.
But when I, for example, the Christmas package that we both had, there are chocolate chip cookies in there, and it's hazelnut chocolate chip cookies. And
I know.
I find, if I'm honest to myself, that makes me a little bit aggressive. Yes.
They promise you chocolate, they give you hazelnut. I
they
understand.
promised me chocolate chip cookies, and they taste like hazelnut.
Yeah.
Not only that,
Yeah.
in the Netherlands, it's really common to have a cookie jar, and you put all the cookies that there are in the house in the one jar. And now all my cookies smell like hazelnut.
How about this though? Do you have it as well in the Netherlands? Those tins from sugary, buttery Swedish cookies that are never filled with cookies? You must have this.
Because they're filled with my grandma's sewing work.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, there's even I saw a reel about that, like someone throwing out the cookies just in the garbage and then filling it with needles and
I love it that this is an international thing.
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, my grandmother used to have that as well. I have a lot of what's it called in English? Garen. The
Threads.
Threads, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the het klosje.
Yeah. Thread.
Like the thing it's on.
What? The needles?
No, het klosje.
Oh yeah. The I don't know what they're called.
No, me neither. Anyway,
The containers.
the tube.
The thread holders. The thread tube holders.
Yes, we're totally inventing a new thing now. Yeah. Anyway, that was not our topic at all. Shall we try to find our focus?
Should we get on topic?
Yes.
Us.
Yeah.
All right. Let's try.
Yeah.
Greetings, saludos, or simply hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of our Are We Better Friends Yet podcast. We are happy that you're here. We're happy to be here too.
Yes.
For the start of season 4, apparently. I just found out. Which hopefully will contain a few more episodes than season 3.
Yes.
Yeah. But hey, who's counting? Well, we are.
We are.
Because it's devastatingly disappointing.
Yep.
But it's all with good reason, because it means that we've been doing some nice things that we also
That's
enjoy.
true. We've been busy. We've been productive.
Yeah.
with other
But
things.
I also miss these conversations.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. So that's why we're here.
Exactly. All right.
Yeah.
And in this episode,
Focus.
we are going to be discussing the topic setbacks and comebacks.
Yeah.
But as always, before we put our serious faces on, I want to ask you, Diana, how are you? How you been? well, you can start by sharing with our audience the story that of our experiences from the last hour.
Yeah. Okay.
Which
First, I will I will tell the people how I've been over the past few weeks, because that's also important.
Yeah.
I'm preparing the release of my third solo single, symphonic metal solo single.
Yes.
I'm announcing the title and artwork tomorrow, so it's safe to say that it's called a symphonic tragedy.
Yeah.
It's going to be an epic power ballad in which I sing my classical heart out.
Oh, I love that.
And I think the topic is one we can definitely discuss tonight. So I'll leave that for the statements.
Right.
So yeah, that has been going on. I've recorded a video clip in a castle that didn't have a roof. So it's more a ruin than a castle. And that was brilliant. The shoot was very, very much fun to do, though it was windy, rainy, and thus very cold.
I don't know how you do this, man. You are a warrior.
I actually still enjoyed it. I lay there because there are quite some scenes in which I lay on the ground, and I was thinking, I'm so cold, and it's pouring rain, and I'm in the wind, and I was thinking, am I still enjoying this? And then I thought, oh yes, I would do this again tomorrow.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Because I get to be there in a fancy dress, and there are people like working together with me, making my vision come to life.
That's
and
true.
I love that so much.
It's so
Yeah,
exciting.
and I was doing the whole playback thing in again pouring rain. And I have some really cool backstage footage.
Cool.
In which you can see the René walking around with the camera, and then Robin holding an umbrella above him. Meanwhile, I'm standing there in the rain like, like doing that. Like, nothing's going on here. Like
because
that.
these are the people from Blackbriar again, right? That you're working
yes,
with.
yeah,
Fantastic,
yeah.
fantastic people. Shout out to
Yes,
Blackbriar.
they are brilliant in
Yeah.
capturing
Cool.
my video. So that happened, but circling back to what happened in the past hour, I think I picked up a little visitor that lived in my car ever since. I didn't know about him. I'm suspecting it's a him because he scared the hell out of me. So what happened was I was on the highway driving towards Marcella, going 120 kilometers per hour, doing a little maneuver, taking over another car. And at that point, I saw a spider crawl, and it wasn't like a tiny cute spider, was one of those hairy ones with long legs that make the shivers go down your spine.
No, please don't.
And it was crawling towards my head, like not on the windshield or the front window, but the beam holding the front window. So it was like coming upwards to me, and I found myself thinking, he's not really like coming this close. At some point, it will also think that's too close to be to a human. But no, this one was a little bit stubborn.
He wanted to say hi,
and it really went like, okay, what do I do now? Whatever I do next, I have one move.
Oh God!
And I need to stay calm because I was driving bloody 120 kilometers per hour. So I grabbed my phone and I smashed it, and I failed because it went down together with my phone.
Oh my God!
On the
dashboard?
No, the poke.
The gear shift?
The stick. Yeah. So my phone landed on the stick, and then the spider hopped on my leg and crawled down. Oh. So, and I still needed to drive like 10 more minutes before a gas station, and all that while I have been screaming.
Ah!
Yeah, screaming because I felt him like itch everywhere on my legs and on my feet, and like I couldn't see because it was of course dark, because you don't need to see your feet, because if you can drive, then there's no reason for a light down there. But in this case, I would have wanted a light because then I could have stamped him to, spider heaven.
Spider heaven.
But so I didn't. But I did pull over at the gas station and I called you.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, this happened to me. And there are these shows in the Netherlands where they catch like on camera what happens at gas stations and weird people driving. I'm so gonna be featuring on one of those shows.
Very nice.
Yeah, they see me jumping out of the car, like tapping myself like everywhere, like hoping there's no spider in my hair, on my back, on my coat, in my shoes, on my legs. Because again, it was a big spider.
How big?
Like this.
No, come on.
Yeah, serious. Yeah, okay. But not smaller than that.
That's not possible.
Yeah, I mean, the body was like, maybe I should use chocolate. No, it wasn't. The body wasn't this big. It was a bit smaller, but it was
the
more,
legs. Yeah.
This.
Listen. No, please, no. And I was trying to keep her calm on the phone,
Which
knowing
only worked with gossip.
which only is. But hey,
no one you know.
We do. No one you know. Except you, because if you know who you are.
They are
then
watching.
Oh, nah.
No, okay.
They don't watch this. But I was trying to tell you that probably the spider is way more scared than you are of the spider, and things that I could not convince myself of if it was me in this situation. So
no, because I arrived here and Marcella was already standing there with a vacuum, and she was like, "Here, you do it."
Oh God. Nice little adventure.
Yeah.
Do you feel more at ease now?
No, because I still have to drive home.
Yeah, I know.
And we didn't catch him.
We didn't catch it.
So
you're gonna have to start a new life here in Eindhoven. Yes. We're gonna have to burn your car.
Oh yes. Oh.
We're gonna have to burn your car. You're gonna start a new life here.
Yeah.
Take a new name.
Let the spider
leave everything behind. Great.
Yeah. I'm gonna call René, like, we have to cancel this video. Why? Well, long story, here comes.
This spider made you rethink
my God,
all of your life decisions.
How have you
to
been?
this point? I'm good.
Great.
I was trying to figure out when the last time was that we spoke, but I'm not gonna recap everything. I've been to Mexico on holiday. I saw my family, which was great, and saw my friends. I saw my
spiders in Mexico also.
I did see a couple of cockroaches, which I'm also not very fond of. No. I do not like cockroaches, and they can fly in Mexico. I don't like this. I am also not capable of stepping on them. This is beyond the realm of my possibilities because they're crunchy and gooey.
Oh,
let's just leave the insects. But I've been great because it's a new year.
I go home, but not in my car.
Yeah, no. We're gonna have to burn your car. That's okay. Yeah. You can take a train.
I'll take yours. That laugh was like, no.
No, but no, you can. No,
I know the answer to the final question already.
Yeah. No, you can take my car.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's gonna make you feel better, then you can take my car.
You can have mine.
We can just leave yours there till the spider dies. How long does a spider live? What's the lifespan of a spider? We're gonna have to Google that. But for the rest, I've been good.
God.
This year has been a little bit more calm than last year, which for me was great because last year was
crazy
bonkers.
Yeah,
like I think I shared it the last time in the podcast, but it was too much for me at some points. So now it's more at ease, which is great, which means that I'm already making way too many plans for later in the year.
To be busy again. Yeah.
To be busy again. But I'm writing new music as well. I'm very excited about that. I've had the idea of making a new solo album for a while about a concept album about stuff that I've been gone through the past couple of years, which I'm sure we're also going to talk about later.
I can relate to that.
And it's going great. You know, it took a while before I could get the inspiration, but now I'm actually feeling it, and I'm sharing some songs on my Patreon page.
Are they that finished already then?
Demos, basically. So my initial versions of the songs, and it could be that I rearrange them or like work with other people to rearrange them. But I like the basic of the song to also be able to stand on its own, even if it's just me and my very average
Basic
piano playing. But I try. No, but I'm very excited because I think I'm really happy with how the songs have turned out so far. So yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So that's nice. And for the rest, that's it. We'll see what the year brings. Hopefully, some nice gigs and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
All right. So, what do you say?
Still thinking about
You're
the
still thinking about the spider. You should give him a name.
Yeah, Harry.
Harry.
Yes.
Harry the spider.
Yeah, because he's so hairy.
Ugh. Okay, Harry, if you can hear us, get
away.
the beep out of the Anna's car.
Yeah. There's another Harry apparently in the US, a very famous one that came from England and then moved to US, and everyone's pissed at him, so he must be a spider too. So this one can also sort off to the US. Please.
Sort of. That's great.
Sort of.
All right.
Focus.
Let's move into this episode's topic: setbacks and comebacks. In the unpredictable journey of life, setbacks are inevitable.
Yep.
They often arrive uninvited, throwing us off course and challenging our resilience. Whether it's a career stumble,
A spider.
a spider, a spider encounter of the first kind, or a personal loss or a dream deferred, setbacks can cast a shadow over our aspirations. However, the beauty lies in our ability to rebound, to turn setbacks into setups for extraordinary comebacks. Very poetic.
Yes.
You
Thank you.
wrote
Thank
this.
you. I know.
We should write a song about that.
Well, I kind of am writing songs about that.
You are writing a song about that.
Yeah, of course.
Tell me about it.
But let's.
Anyway,
I'll do it in the statement.
all right. So let's discuss that. Let's discuss what setbacks and comebacks we've encountered and gone through by discussing a series of statements, 2 that we came up with.
Yep.
Well, partially, actually. We'll get there.
Yeah.
And 1 or maybe more given by some of our Patreon members.
Yay.
Let's start with statement number 1. Which is by you. And it reads, the true test of a person's character is their response to setbacks.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Well, this morning when I wrote the script, I was thinking, yes, because I totally am resilient and I am about building myself up to be stronger. And then this spider came along.
Listen, you made it here. And I think you should be very proud of yourself that you weren't afraid to ask for help.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I think that's a very important quality.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
no, but more on topic. What I really cannot stand is if people linger too long in the in the emotional phase of I've gone through something and this has hurt me, and they cannot escape that phase because like with mourning, there are similar a few phases you go through. First you're angry, then you're sad, and then you get all okay. I need to work through this, get past this, and rebuild myself. But there are so many people who linger in the I am sad and now I'm a sad person and I need everyone's empathy, which they often don't get because they find themselves so so in need of comfort of others that others don't want to be close to that person anymore because it just sucks the attention out of you.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've been so aware of this that I think that I'm really fastly skipping that. So I will be angry. And then like, am I sad? No, I'm going to rebuild myself because I'm angry. So, I'm skipping that phase. And somehow I also cannot stand if people linger in the, in that too long.
Yeah.
So I definitely believe that it shows your character if you're open to accept that things just have gone wrong, people have treated you badly, and that you then or something has happened to you that you had no power over. Of course, that happens as well, because it's not only human relations. I should maybe more often take the time to feel sad.
Yeah.
But then arise stronger than ever.
Right.
I love that part.
Yeah.
And that has always been me from a little girl on. If I was like kicked down, literally when I was bullied at school, I would I don't know why I have that, but somehow I always had that I'm a fighter feeling. Mm-hmm. And I also know that I am today because I am that fighter. And when I feel that something isn't working, I get maybe not frustrated, but annoyed somehow that it makes me,
Yeah.
I don't know. I become some kind of a soldier for myself and feel the need to.
But that's great, right?
Push through.
Probably, because you felt at some point that you had to defend yourself.
Yeah, but totally that.
Yeah.
But I also have it when my computer does something.
Well, I think it's delivered you some nice capability to standing up for yourself, which I think is great.
Yeah.
Whether it be bullies or tech support employees.
Yes.
No, but that's great. That's very nice. I agree with you, and I am someone who is in no means afraid to feel sorry for themselves, which I think is great, actually.
Don't get me wrong. It is great, but not if you linger in that phase.
No, but then I think if you
never step out of it.
If you never step out of it, then it means that you need help. As in professional help.
That's true.
As in go to therapy.
Yeah, but not everyone accepts that.
Yeah, and I think that's a shame. And I hate it that there's a certain stigma. I think maybe a little bit more in the Netherlands than there is in Mexico, to be honest. Mm-hmm. That you go to therapy when you're like nuts, which I think is completely exaggerated, because even if you function correctly in life, even if you...
I think everyone can use a conversation with a therapist.
Yes.
Like everyone.
Yes. So many things can be so much lighter and so much easier, and you can become so much more aware of why you react in a certain way to things. Yeah. Like if you are extremely sad, all of the time, probably some of those things are not because of the actual situations, but because of things that you maybe experienced when you were little and that you carry with you, right? Yeah. Like if you go on a date 2 times with a person and then you decide like, oh, this is not going to work out, and you're like devastated. Well, you're not mourning the person. No, it's probably something else. Yeah. So whenever there's a reaction that is not in verhouding, how do you say in verhouding in English?
Balanced?
Yeah, if it's not like in balance with the actual situation, then it's probably because you've been, like carrying something from before. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. So I just really...
But then if we're circling back to the statement, how does that relate to the statement?
To be honest, I didn't know how it related to what you were saying to I didn't know how to relate to the statement either. The true test of a person's character is a response to setbacks. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think...
so true character would then be to accept that you need help.
Yeah. Which maybe it resonates a lot with me, because that's definitely been a theme in my life. For the longest time, I've been someone who has tried to solve everything themselves and
Yeah.
never ask for help.
Yeah.
And at some point, I went through some things that made it impossible because I could not solve them on my own.
Yeah.
And that's hard to admit.
It's interesting though, because you are by far one of the most helpful people that I know.
Oh, help others?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Ask for help?
No.
No. Now there's a part of me. I'm not gonna tell you about all my history, but no, it's a part of me that at some point sort of like figured out like, okay, it seems like I'm on my own and I have to solve things on my own.
Yeah.
So then like being vulnerable and ask for help became like a really big barrier for me.
Yeah.
Till the point you were there, where I just, things happened that it was like,
But you couldn't.
well, this
Yeah.
is too much. I can't.
Yeah.
So yeah. So in a way, the vulnerability, to me is also a part of having a strong character, like
absolutely.
to be
Yes,
be able to ask for help when you have a setback and you need help.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think being vulnerable is indeed a very good thing. Yeah. Being vulnerable is different from what I meant that I cannot stand in people. The self-pity. That's what I don't.
Yeah, but then I think
But
it's,
that's a
if it
different
feels
thing from
if it feels
vulnerability.
disproportionate, it's probably because no, but the thing is, there are people that are always feeling sorry for themselves.
Yeah.
But they are not able to empathize with you.
Yes.
It's always about them.
Yes, and
That's not nice.
yeah, that's not nice because it's always about me.
Yes, of course.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry. I
Me,
totally
myself,
killed
and
that.
I.
Ruining this.
Like,
No,
hello,
yeah,
what are we
but-
still talking about? You. Let's talk about me.
Oh,
That's great.
No, but that's the thing. Self-pity and people who cannot put themselves in your shoes. And that's
but-
what I cannot stand.
But you know what I mean? Like, I know that I can feel very sad and very sorry for myself and tell you about it and you're going to understand. Mm-hmm. But that's because I hope that you feel like I also understand you too.
Yeah.
But if you are so much, if your needs have not been met for years and years and years and you haven't been able to work on that, and you absorb everyone's energy because because you've been missing so much, then that's not nice.
No, it's not.
The energy vampires.
Oh my God. Yes, and of course they need to be out there as well. I don't know why, but there are so many out there.
Yeah.
So there must be a reason. But their behavior, what I always say is that there is an explanation for it, but the explanation is not an excuse.
Amen. Yeah, everyone's responsibility to deal with their own problems.
Yeah, and also, everyone has a right to have their own problems. But
Absolutely.
those problems should not become your problems. And there are so many people that just... Mic drop. And there are so many people that just push their problems onto you, and then somehow they want to feel lighter and make it your thing. While
Tell me about it. Who's pushing their problems onto you?
my neighbor. Yeah, my neighbor is the biggest example of this self pity. I am awesome.
Oh my
the whole neighborhood
God, that's
sucks.
true. I don't think we've ever talked about it.
No, and I maybe also shouldn't.
Yeah,
But I live very closely to such an energy
energy vampire.
vampire. Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. That's true. Yeah, I had forgotten about that.
Really?
That story.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I should leave Harry there.
Yes.
But then does Harry eat vampires? Do spiders eat vampires?
No, you need to hang garlic by their door. Spray them with holy water. What else? Oh, no, we'll expose them to the sun. Or
Harry or the...
No, the vampires.
Oh, yeah.
Burn them.
Okay.
Oh, stake through the heart. Stake through the heart.
Yeah, that's illegal. Yeah.
Okay. How about we move on to the second statement?
Yeah. Please, maybe.
The second statement was originally by me, but then when we saw your suggestions from Patreon, Graham Noble had a very similar statement, which I thought it was actually better. So we're going to use yours. Thank you. And it reads, a setback that doesn't teach you a life lesson sets you up for more.
Yes, I agree.
You know, they say that human beings are the only animals that will stumble on the same stones more than once.
Really?
Yeah.
Who says that?
People. I don't know if it's a saying in Spanish, but it's a saying.
Okay.
Yeah. That we will stumble on the same hurdle more than once.
And in Spanish, it's only people will do that.
Yeah, only
because
human
in Dutch
beings.
we have the same saying, and it's only a donkey does it.
Ah, well.
So, do you use donkeys?
Read 'em and weep
in Mexico.
I guess.
Yeah. That's lame. I was envisioning the really traditional, like people riding on a donkey. You know? Because that's not a Dutch thing.
I don't think
Maybe it's more a Spanish thing.
I don't think they ride donkeys.
Oh,
they use them to like carry stuff, but not
like
ride them.
uphill, right? We don't have hills here in the Netherlands.
That's true. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a donkey in real life. Maybe at a zoo.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think they have them at zoos like
I've seen them
zoos.
in the Netherlands. I've seen more donkeys in the Netherlands than I've done in Mexico.
Ah.
We digress.
We do. Yes. So,
So if do you have to always learn?
I like this sentence.
When the things are
like two,
burgers
like and a fries.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Milkshake. Do you want to supersize it?
Banana. Back to the statement, which read:
a setback that doesn't teach you a life lesson sets you up for more.
No, okay, so let me then divide the statement a bit, because I think that if we're talking about something you've gone through, like for example, a fight with your boss, something like this, a relationship going wrong for certain reasons, then obviously if you come into a similar situation, then you should have learned from the previous one on how to handle the next situation.
Yeah.
But with my new song, I'm also telling the world that, like you, I've been sick in a different way. Mm-hmm. But that is something that does not apply to that statement. Because how, in such a situation, that life just throws you one of those cards, how can you somehow prepare yourself for the next?
Let me tell you, it's not so much about I think it's different but it's definitely a life lesson. I mean, I don't know how it was for you, but for me, I was diagnosed with cancer a few years back. It's almost 5 years. I'm knocking on wood before I say that I'm healthy, because I always do. But I did take a lot from the experience in a way that I'm almost, this is going to sound crazy even, but that I'm almost happy that I went through it, because
really
it made me a better person. I mean, I don't wish it to anybody, but the thing is like, I learned a lot from it.
Yeah, you learn to value life much more.
You learn to value life.
And health.
You learn to value your health. You, honest to God, like if I get up in the morning and I don't feel like working out, I do think like, I have to do this for my health. While before, I would only do it for the looks. Oh, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But also, not to care so much about things that don't matter at all.
Yeah.
And be a little bit kinder to myself, you know, like if it just puts everything in perspective. So I think it's also very possible to go through such a thing without allowing yourself to gain perspective from the experience.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I couldn't imagine, but then I've heard it from people around me, like relatives or people that they know, and they went through something similar.
Yeah.
And they don't, that they don't really make an effort, or they don't try to change anything, so everything is the same. And that to me seems like a waste of an opportunity. Not that I'm thinking like, yeah, you have to work hard to be better. It's just, I don't know, just allowing yourself to open your heart to the experience, which is very hard. But yeah, I don't know. And for my feeling, like I said, I learned a lot from it.
Mine is a little less positive. What I learned is that you can be betrayed from within. And I've always been a fighter, but I've never fought myself.
Yeah.
And this was for me, it came, well, not right after, but shortly after leaving Zambia. And I had so many, battles that the warrior me was still fighting, even though I've decided to quit the band. And that was one of the best decisions ever. But of course, there's still this, this aftermath.
Yeah.
And then that hit me, and that didn't come from the outside. So I had nothing to be angry with except like my inner me. And that I did not know how to handle.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know. My head goes like, no, this didn't happen.
No.
That it's some kind of defense mechanism that kicked in. Also, the conversations with doctors, I was like, who are we speaking about here?
Oh, wow.
Like that. And that, I don't know if there is a to circle back to the statement, if this happens again or something else would happen, if there is a like a lesson something that I learned that I can implement then on a second time, hopefully it doesn't. Yeah. Would.
But don't you think that you definitely learned that you had to stand up for yourself more in that process? And, when talking to doctors and, when you asked for second opinions.
Absolutely. Because my first opinion wasn't a success at all. And in fact, I wouldn't have had the operation that eventually saved me if I had not been assertive. So that's, yes, that is a lesson that I learned there. If you do not agree with the doctor, you do not agree with the doctor.
Yeah.
And it's okay if you don't agree, because a doctor is only a human. Yeah. And the doctor, from my second opinion, was a god. Like, and in a way that if there are angels on earth, him, that my life would have been like totally different. If I had not met him.
Yeah. So that's definitely a lesson learned, right?
Assertiveness. Yeah, which is it's not that I wasn't assertive before, but I've learned that even in a healthcare system, you need to be assertive. That's the lesson. Yeah. So I guess the statement's true after all.
Yeah. And don't you think also you really learn who you can really turn to in those situations, like the people that are around you?
Yeah.
Also, like it really gives you perspective, like, oh wow, like when the tough gets tougher,
when the tough gets going.
When the tough gets going.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh. So many memories popping up.
Yeah, I know.
Oh wow. Yeah, memories too vivid to describe, because then there would not be a fun podcast anymore. But yeah, absolutely. In those moments, it's also interesting because then you find in yourself who you want to be with, who you want to call.
Yeah,
and yeah, that's interesting because for me, when I was in hospital recovering from surgery, when I was in a lot of pain, it was like, I need my mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that like 100%. And I called her, and the only thing I could say was, I'm in so much pain. And it was just listening to her voice and how she said, like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Just breathe. And it was so nice. It was like she was hugging me and I was a little child again.
Oh, that's so
Yeah, but
cute.
there's something like magical there.
Yeah.
That was very special. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, and maybe you wouldn't have done that if you hadn't had that experience, you know?
No.
That reaching out, which is silly, you know, because it's your mother. But we have certain barriers, you know. We have certain.
Yeah, it's also because when you're growing up, you detach, which is completely normal. But then to find a moment in which you can reattach and go back to give her that nurturing role over you again.
Yeah.
And just like be the fragile little child that one needs carrying. Which you can only be if you're like on rock bottom, because otherwise your brain will start interfering. And this was it was raw emotion, only the bare minimum of existence.
Yeah.
And that just nature came crawling back in, and it was just like mother and child, and all was well, like she said.
Yeah. Yeah, but you see, you know, the I hate to think that it's like that, but I do think it's like that we have to go through really hard times in order to appreciate the good times. And I think it's also probably because in those very hard times we have to let go of our defenses and our defense mechanisms and all that stuff. And that can be hard because, you know, we have those defense mechanisms to protect us from something.
For a reason, yeah.
Yeah. But then maybe later in life, and that's also therapy, maybe you don't need them so much.
Go therapy.
Yeah. Maybe you don't need them so much.
That's true.
And then we just, you know, keep using them. But then in a situation like that, you have to let go of the defense. And then you can experience...
they will just sometimes like kick in for you while they're not needed anymore. But they're there just because they've always been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't need them.
Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. Okay. Should we move on to the next statement?
Please.
All right.
Is everyone crying already? So sorry. So sorry.
Oh, no, they're fine. They can take it. Statement number 3 was contributed to us from our Patreon, Geert Jansen.
Yes.
Thank you, Geert. Dankjewel.
Dankjewel.
Dankjewel. Hey, bedankt hè. And it reads, have you ever lost a friendship with somebody and after some time regained that friendship again?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Oh, tell me.
Spoiler. Oh no, how do we... No, spoiler. It is a spoiler. It's also... for the people listening who are following me building my solo career, that is what the 4th song is going to be about.
Oh!
Yes! Yeah.
Boom.
And the person I've regained my friendship with will feature on that song.
Oh, I think I know who that is.
But don't tell.
I won't tell.
But yes, that's the person.
That's nice, but now you can tell us about the experience.
It was very wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, well, I'm going to keep this very basic because everything's, of course, going in the song. But we lost contact for a good reason. While this person, not going to share if it's her or him. They, yeah, could also be. It has always felt like a family member.
Yeah.
So, well, the reconnection was really, really wholesome. And I remember seeing a text after something like 3 years it was. And I was like, Looking like, is this real? No.
Like looking, not looking, looking, not looking.
Yeah, like this. And it was on my birthday, congratulating me and asking if I wanted to pick it up again, the contact.
That's great.
And exactly 1 month later, we hugged it out.
Ah, that's so nice.
Yeah, it is very nice.
Aww.
So yes, I did do the statement. It's a yes.
I did the statement.
And it feels so good.
It does. Yeah. Absolutely.
And so, sometimes because in the last episode, sorry seems to be the hardest word. I said that making an apology is something I can do. But in this case, sometimes you can also agree to disagree and then move on because a relationship is stronger than what you've gone through together.
Exactly. Ooh, but that's some mature shizzle right there.
Thank you.
Kudos.
I'm putting this on my CV. Mature shizzle.
Very able to perform.
Mature shizzle.
No, very nice, very nice, very nice.
And you?
I'm thinking about friends. I don't think it has happened to me in the form of a friendship, but I have definitely had relationships that I no longer have, obviously. No, but I am very proud and happy to say that I am very good friends with people that I've dated. And
yes. Yeah.
And in the past, and that was like breaking up. I don't ever want to see you again. You know, like really having animosity for the person, and then just things like cooling off, and then discovering like, hey, we can still hang out and be friends.
Yeah,
and that is great. Right?
yeah.
That's great because you all my relationships have been rather long, so then being able to stay in touch and still mean something in each other's lives.
Was it like time or perspective or that you could zoom out?
Well, all of the above.
Yeah.
No, but it's sometimes you just need time, right? Because breakups are always even if you're the breaky or the if you're the one like breaking up the relationship or you're the one being broken up with
2 bits.
It's always hard one way or another. But
the breaky sounds way too cute.
Yeah, the breaky. The breaker and the breaky. It's always hard, right? Like you always need some distance, because you have a certain expectation of what the other person is.
Well, there's a promise being broken and that hurts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially if that's by the person closest to you.
Yeah, exactly. So, the fact that you can still mean something in each other's lives, I think that's great. Yeah. And there's absolutely like no romantic part whatsoever. It's just,
I know this,
yeah.
I have one of my first relationships is still one of my best friends.
That's great.
And he completely feels like a brother. I cannot imagine something more than
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But that's great.
Yeah, so that I can, for example, still hug him. That's actually what I do every time I see him. Is
yeah.
And it totally feels like he's my long lost brother.
Yeah.
There is nothing that clicks when we hug.
Yeah, but that's so nice, right? I mean, that you don't longer work as a couple doesn't mean that you still have a lot of things in common and probably a lot of
precisely
history together.
Yeah.
So I can totally relate to that as well.
Yeah.
I think it's very nice.
Me too.
Yay! More nice people in our lives.
Yay.
That's what it's all about. All right. What do you say we move on to our next section, which is the podcast playlist?
Woo, woo.
So as we navigated the twists and turns of life through these statements, let's remember that setbacks are not the end of the road, but only a detour to our podcast playlist. Yes. Whenever you are in need of a playlist that can pick you up when you're feeling down and make you wonder who the hell put this variety of songs together, even so much that you can't remember why you were feeling that in the first place, then we've got just the thing for you. It is a pretty eclectic list of songs. Isn't it?
Is it up to date?
That's an excellent question.
Yeah.
The answer is no.
Yeah. Anyway. That already answered the question.
Yeah. But there's still, there's already quite some songs in there, and that's it's a motley crew. It's a motley crew. Anyway, over the course of the last 3 seasons, we've each picked a song every episode, matching the topic that we're talking about. Mm-hmm. And you have voted for your favorite. And for most of the time, we've been adding those to our podcast playlist. And we're going to keep doing that on our episode, on this season number 4. In our last episode, you heard that we had a bit of a catching up to do.
Yeah.
Because we hadn't updated the polls on Instagram and on Facebook as well, right? Do we count them both, or we just?
Yeah, then Facebook says click here and you surf to.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you vote on Instagram on our polls, but we have some catching up to do. But we can happily say that the polls have been told. The results are in, and we both have a win.
I won one episode, you won the other.
Yeah,
but now we need to check our stories to see who won the last and final one.
Ooh, this is exciting. A live
drum roll,
live poll resort. Oh, that's your turn. And the winner is close, but with 52%. Brian Adams, please forgive me.
Aww. Well, you're forgiven for winning.
Thank you. But that's a nice song. Please
honestly,
forgive me.
You're forgiven for
honestly,
winning.
It's also a very nice song. All right.
Yeah.
So
because that was mine was Billy Joel, Honesty, and you had Brian Adams.
Hold on, because that means I'm still in the lead, right? Oh yeah.
No, I don't know. Yeah, it could be, but I don't know. I don't know what the first episode was.
Oh yeah, I don't know either.
But mostly you're winning with these songs. I think that is because you're more metal than I am. Yeah, but you listen.
You heard it here, people.
Yeah,
you heard it here first.
No, but
I don't think I'm more metal than you. Am I more metal than you?
Yeah, but you listen to more heavy bands than I do.
No.
Oh, absolutely.
Just Gojira.
Yeah.
Just Gojira. That's it.
Oh. Okay, well, I don't listen to Gojira. Though I must say that when I needed to find this song, I was like, that's a nice riff.
Yeah. There you go.
And then I thought, okay, now I need more melody and fairy tales.
Backbone. Backbone. It's a great song. Anyway, I don't think I'm more metal than you.
No?
No.
Oh.
You listen to metal.
Power metal. Yeah, I do. But yeah, power metal. Yeah, I love that.
But anyway,
that makes me happy. Power metal.
Yeah.
It also makes me drive way too fast. So maybe I should use that on Harry. All
right. But anyway, new episode, new opportunities.
Yes.
For winning.
Yes.
And on this episode, setbacks and comebacks, I am curious, Diana, what song do you choose?
Well, are you really? Because obviously I am writing an album about comebacks.
Oh.
So you choose which song. Like I'm releasing a third now, but it isn't released before this one. So that's sad because then I cannot choose it. So I will choose the first one, which is called After the Storm.
Yeah, but now you're going to win.
I hope so. I hope so.
Ooh, let's make this interesting because then I'm going to... Because we had a comment with Stream of Passion last year as well.
Yeah, but I was totally convinced that we would both do
I didn't
songs.
think about that. I just thought about like songs, comeback songs.
I'm a survivor.
I did think I'm a survivor. I thought I Will Survive from Gloria Gaynor. And then I thought like, okay, what's a cool song? What's a cool comeback song from an artist? Mm-hmm. And I actually thought of Madonna's Frozen, which I love.
Is that a comeback song?
Yeah, because she had Bedtime Stories and then she went to do Evita and then she had a daughter. So there was like a couple of years in between that album and Ray of Light. And then she made the
you're up to date.
big comeback. That's Frozen. I love that
I
song.
love Frozen because it's so low vocally.
Yeah,
love that.
and the video clip, which
Yeah.
made my little gothic girl
Yeah.
heart sing. I mean, come on.
So you're choosing Frozen?
No, now that you're choosing your own song, I'm gonna choose Stream of Passions. The Hunter.
Is it because The Hunter is the comeback song? Or
Yeah.
also because in the lyrics there's some kind of setback comeback in the topic?
Well, no, I mean it.
Because with me there is. Sorry, needed to do that. But do tell.
Oh Jesus! I will say though that I was very proud of the song because
It should be.
it
And video, by the way.
Yeah. So it had a great video as well that was also made by the lovely people of Blackbriar. We had actors, so yeah.
Called Johan and Marcella.
No, we had a.
I know.
Of course, you've seen it.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Let's make it interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be painful if I
Yeah,
lose.
it's really gonna be painful.
No, okay. So whatever you do, make sure that we tie.
Yes. Yes. Get
So
your neighbors to vote.
So we know that you like us both.
Wow. Well, it's gonna be hurtful either way. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
That was our episode. I am not going to tell you that this episode is a wrap.
No. You changed the script. That's not what it says.
What it says here is the first episode of season 4 is a wrap, even though I prefer tacos. That's what it says.
No, it says
I did not
something
write
more.
this.
Yeah. No, it says something else.
Yeah, it says, I didn't write the script, but you should know that by now.
It's not as fun if you read the script up front. Which you normally don't.
I normally don't. But anyway, we know that you can get enough of us. We know that you want to see more of us, and we will try our very best to do this more often this year.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll manage?
Yeah, we'll try.
We will try.
Yeah.
In the meantime, if you feel like also getting some extra content and enjoy a few more extra minutes of silliness, then consider joining our Patreon page.
We should definitely be shooting bonus contrasts of us looking for Harry in my car.
We should have. Yeah,
Oh my
we should
God.
have. That was a missed opportunity.
With a flashlight.
Yeah. But anyway, you can also find us, of course, in social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, and you can stream
We're
our
there.
podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and of course, this video version that we have on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Don't forget to answer the playlist poll when you see it, so that you can know. No, you have to tie. We have to tie.
Yeah.
That's the most important message about this episode's poll. And if you like this podcast, please give us a nice rating.
Yay.
Give us a thumbs up.
Please do. And recommend us to everyone who needs to listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And you also submitted this idea of having a new phrasing in a new season, which I do not like. So I'm just going to ask you.
I know. It's a brilliant new...
Have the threads of friendship woven closer yet? That's way too complicated.
No, see, I'm not metal. I'm poetical.
But I do think we're better friends.
You don't think?
I do think.
Oh, you do think. Well,
After this experience, this turmoil that we went together, this setback
That's true.
of finding a spider
That's
in your
true.
car.
you were such a good friend that you were literally having my back while looking for Harry. So that makes us better friends.
I'm calling with you on the phone while I really had to pee.
Oh, that's true. We are better friends.
Yay!
If you would have gone to the toilet with me on the phone, that would have been...
Who says I didn't?
like,
No, I didn't.
okay. End of episode. End of episode.
Bye-bye! See you next time. Bye!